What's up, everybody? Welcome in A to Z Sports Live on a Thursday. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Talking Titans because, look, we've been talking Titans a lot because the Titans are the best team in the AFC, but this is the original Titans Thursday, so stock full of Titans conversation today. And what I think, the Titans defensive nickname conversation has absolutely jumped the shark, Luke. And Luke Worsham in again for Zach Bingham. The plan is Zach will be back tomorrow in his return from battling COVID. So Luke Worsham joining me again here at one of our Titans reporters for A to Z Sports. But we're talking about the Titans nicknames and a theory that I have about what this Tickle Monster fiasco says about this Titans team and the Titans fan base. So we'll get to that. We'll ask you guys if you buy or sell my theory about the Tickle Monster fiasco. Then Luke's got some video from Kevin Byard about what he thinks about this Texans team and the biggest thing the Titans have to look out for about this Texans team. So we'll kind of get into some of the Texans game on Sunday. And then I have an A.J. Brown stat about him playing against the Texans that should make Titans fans excited. And it is Thursday, which means we've got the magic bucket. And Luke, your gift will be there tomorrow.
Okay.
One day late. I wish it was there yesterday so you could show the people today. But your gift that the magic bucket made me buy you on Amazon last week will arrive to your place tomorrow. So be on the lookout for your present.
I will.
I will show you, however, a screenshot of said gift on the show so people can react to it because it's funny. And I think they did a good job.
I'm excited then.
Yes. So we're going to have a good show here today talking nicknames and really what this says about the team and the fan base.
All right. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It's good to have you all in here this morning. I'm excited for Magic Bucket. I'm hoping, are we going to have to talk Tickle again after this? Because I'm like,
I hope this is the end of it. I really do hope this is the end of it.
And as I'll talk about, I think it's funny. It's just the volume, man. But good to see everyone in here on this lovely Thursday morning. And before we get going, I am going to remind you that you need to share the show this morning, because the unique thing about A to Z Sports is it's not just a conversation between Austin and me. It's a conversation between all of us. There will be several points of today's show where we will be asking for your takes, for your opinions. And when those moments happen, the more voices that we can have, the more opinions that we can have, the more fun it is for everyone. So this morning, whether you are listening or watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, we need to appear in the timeline / news feeds of your friends, family members, or other associates, because sharing is caring and caring is sharing.
Yeah, let's get it going officially. Welcome into A to Z Sports, powered by BetMGM. I'm Austin Stanley. He is Luke Worsham in for Zach Bingham again today. As I mentioned earlier in the open, Zach's plan is to be back tomorrow as he's trying to still battle through COVID, get his brain back right. He's feeling much better, and he appreciates everybody who reached out to him throughout the last week or so as he's been battling COVID, and hopefully he'll be back tomorrow as planned. But got to thank our sponsors because they make everything happen for our show. We go live every weekday morning at 8 Central Time, Nashville's on-demand sports talk network. Renters Warehouse Nashville, the professional landlords in the Nashville area at renterswarehouse.com. Excuse me, Mandu, the Pulse of Fitness, 1 15-minute workout equals 5+ hours in the weight room. Mandu.com, your first workout is absolutely free. Wilson County Hyundai, make them a part of your car buying process by checking them out in Lebanon or going to wilsoncountyhyundai.com. And the Bone and Joint Institute, boneandjointtn.org, the region's destination for comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine care. So, Luke, this Tickle Monster stuff is officially what? Like 1 week old? I mean, we've been doing this and hearing this for a little over a week maybe, but going into the Saints game, it started to build steam. And now after the win over the Saints, it has absolutely built steam enough to where Jim Wyatt did ask Jeffrey Simmons about this. And Luke's going to work on grabbing that video. But I threw shade yesterday, which a lot has changed in about 24 hours for me. But yesterday I threw shade on the people who did not like the Tickle Monster nickname because they thought it was not aggressive enough, or they were taking things way too seriously. And I thought it was all your masculinity was threatened because they named your favorite football team's defense the Tickle Monsters. It's stupid for all the people who are reacting like that to this, but it's gotten to the point where Big Jeff was asked about it. Ola Adaney was tweeting about it. Ola Adaney didn't have a problem with it. Luke will have, and let me know when you've got Jeff's video ready to go here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gotten to this point where it's jumped the shark. And I think it means something about this team and the fan base. But do you have this video ready to roll?
I do have this video ready to roll, Austin. I was uploading it to the wrong place, which is why it was taking so long. But here's a look at what Big Jeff Simmons had to say when Jim White asked him about the TTM.
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of ignored it. That's not who we are. I see they need to come up with something more aggressive. Tickle Monster sound too, I guess nice. When we on the field, we like to be mean. We like to be aggressive. So I don't like that one.
What's a better fit?
I don't know. They got to come up with something better than that. So.
I was so mad that I didn't get that video because I had moved on to another player because they were running late, and so they had like 4 players going at once. And I had probably hopped to like Saffold or someone else by that point. And man, I saw that video. I was very upset that we did not get that video, but hilarious.
Well, yeah, and were you too scared to ask the question?
I didn't even think about it. I remember on Friday last week when they were bringing out like a bunch of players that no one wanted to talk to. Rextra was like, Luke, why don't you ask him about the Tickle Monsters? I'm like, I'm not doing that. But it became such a phenomenon that the question became journalistically appropriate by the end of it.
So here's the problem is that Tickle Monsters was meant to be a joke, but it has gotten so overblown because of all the people who were so against it that we've got things like, what do you
well, my light was coming into the shot, and so I was trying to get it out of the shot.
I couldn't tell what the heck was happening over there. But now you've got like Cam saying he likes the Tennessee Terrors, Roy saying the Music City Monsters and the Music City Mayhem. You've got the Broadway Bullies, and Titans Kyle adds in the 300. And Mike Keith came up with the 300 because if you add together the jersey numbers of Jeffrey Simmons, 98, Danico Autry, 96, Bud Dupree, 48, and Harold Landry 58, that equals 300. And now you've got the Greek mythology and the Titans are better than the Greek than the Greek gods and all this stuff. Like if you're having to do all that, it's not a good nickname. If you're having to bring out a calculator to do math, if you're having to do Broadway Bombers or Broadway Bullies or anything else like this, Music City Mafia. I mean, I've seen all these people are bringing out all these options. Luke, it's no longer a good nickname. Nicknames are organic. Nicknames are authentic. Scott says Titans, Terminators. I'll be like, I've seen all of this crap. It's not a good nickname. Like, here's how I feel about it. It's over. The Tickle Monsters has killed it. And it's not even the 300. The 300 is not good. It's too deep. It's not organic. It's not a good nickname. It doesn't work. We have all, and I say we, as in me, Luke, Buck, Zach's not even a part of this because he's been sick. So Zach is excluded. The fan base, the rest of the media, Twitter, Mike Keith, everybody, it's over. There's no good nickname. You're not going to be able to find one because it's not going to happen the way good nicknames happen. So it's never going to catch on. It's either the Tickle Monsters or it's nothing. And that's how I feel about the nickname. And I'll get into my theory here in a second. But good nicknames are authentic, organic, and they roll off the tongue, and they don't take deep thoughts. Well, that's how I feel about it.
And this all started because Brian Baldinger was talking about the Titans D-line. He's like, this is maybe the best one in the league. And he's like, well, they need a nickname. And that one person, I can't remember who it was, commented, Tennessee Tickle Monsters probably is a joke. It caught on. People got really excited about it. That was an organic nickname, right? It was a bit of a joke, but it was funny. People loved it, and it caught on. And then Titans Film Room made the hype video, and everyone got behind it. Well, the problem with what's happening now is the nicknames that are being created are, like you said, they're very forced, because what the people who are making these nicknames are doing are not saying, man, wouldn't it be cool if this group had a nickname, which is how this started.
Right. Yeah.
What it has become is, well, we have to find something other than this because this is just awful. So, what about the 6th Avenue serial killers? I don't know. It's just nonsense.
Yes, I heard somebody say this morning on J. Martin Ramon, or maybe it was 3HL yesterday, because they've done hours of radio has been done about this stupid nickname thing, and somebody says it's paper or plastic because you're gonna get sacked either way. And I'm like, oh my God, it's getting so out of hand that it's no longer fun. And I think it's what Derek kind of said. Well, that's a different Derek. Derek R says, we don't get a nickname now. Great job, guys. You had to get triggered over a silly nickname. It was fun.
Exactly.
Now it's no longer fun. Now Marcus calling me the cowherd of A to Z Sports, that I'm a wet blanket. No, it's just, it's over. Like it's zero fun, sir. We've had our fun, and now it's just like when every radio caller calls in with their brand new nickname with alliteration with Broadway or Music City and something terrorizing in Tennessee, it's no longer good. It's done. And so here's my theory, Luke, is that what this says about the Titans team and this fan base is that this fan base doesn't actually know how to handle success. This fan base has not seen a 6-game win streak since 2008. In 2008, I was a freshman in college. I don't even know where you were or what you were doing in 2008, but we have not seen the Tennessee Titans go on a 6-game win streak in 13, 14 seasons. And so the fact that the Titans are 8-2, they're playing a team that nobody's scared of in the 8 consecutive lost Houston Texans that are a trash football team and an even worse run organization, that the fan base is feuding over a dumb nickname. And so that's like, we don't know what to do. And I say we as in the media, because we're feeling this, is that the Titans fan base doesn't know how to properly handle success. And this Titans team is doing it in a way that's confusing us on how to cover them.
I mean, I don't feel confused about how to cover them.
Well, okay. But the fact that we're talking about that the biggest story on a Thursday of a game week for an NFL team is a silly nickname.
Well, but that's because like you said, they're playing the Texans.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. It's a silly nickname has overtaken the conversation about the Titans.
Yeah, it has. Like it went viral on Twitter, and that's why it's the conversation. If they were playing, I don't know, the Rams again this week, we might be talking about matchups and stuff. But like, what matchups are we going to talk about? It's the Texans. So this is the conversation to have. And I don't think Titans fans don't know how to handle success. You say that because they're fighting about a nickname, and that means they don't know how to handle success.
I do. I think it's because this team is handling things so well with their adversity that the Titans fans don't have anything because look, Titans fans like to fight with each other. We know this.
Titans fans like to fight, just period.
Yes. And so there's nothing to fight about with the team. And so the Titans fans are redirecting their need to fight with something about the Tickle Monsters.
But that doesn't mean they don't know how to handle success. I think it's a sign that they're adapting because they've got to get that urge out somehow. No,
it's that they're getting it out because they don't know how to handle it. They don't know how to not fight. All right. So, and Keith says, like to fight with fans that we're a family. Like, yeah, I mean, families fight, friends fight, that Titans fans fight with each other. That's just how it works. So I want to ask this question. So I've given my overall theory on this.
Are we going to ask the people what their nickname for the Titans is?
No, I don't want to ask people what their nickname is for the Titans because nothing that anybody comes up with will make any sense. And Nick says, thank you, Luke. Screw you, Austin. Caesar says, Austin, this is your dumbest take since I've been watching the show. Look, maybe it's not about Caesar. Maybe it's not about the people who disagree with me, but I do think, and Luke or Nick saying, screw you, Austin, that's a little harsh. But again, I think that the Titans fans who are upset about this, they don't know what to do with the team. And so they're having to transfer their fighting natures to something else. So are you buying or selling my idea on this Titans fan base not knowing how to handle the success of this team? So we're going to ask you guys. See, Lucas says, Austin, you're right, and it's over and sad. So
can I say this? I think the only reason that it has gotten to this point is and here's the fault of Titans fans. It has been overdone. You know what I mean by that? Like,
yes,
it was funny and it was worth a chuckle, but then like it was all I saw on Twitter for like a 72-hour period. Like, seriously, I could not open the app without seeing Tickle Monster content, and it was like, all right, let's calm down a little bit. Like, it was too much too quickly.
Yes, definitely. All right, so I just posted that in the comment section. Buy or sell. The nickname fighting is a signal of Titans fans not handling the team's success. So you guys can hate me if you want to. You can agree with me if you want to. Whatever you feel like, bring it on. And so, well, I'm very curious to see how this opinion of mine is going to be received by you guys. But first, let me tell you guys about Renters Warehouse and renterswarehouse.com, the professional landlords in the Nashville area. Simply go to renterswarehouse.com to find out how much your home can rent for. There's so many different ways you can use Renters Warehouse to your benefit, creating extra cash flows for you and your family, or even getting your retirement plan ready by long-term equity, which means long-term wealth, and Renters Warehouse doing all of the work for you at renterswarehouse.com.
And our friends at BetMGM have a new deal going on for you today. If you use the promo code A to Z 200, not the one you see there on your screen, A to Z 200, here's what happens. You put a $1 money line bet, $10 money line bet on Thursday night football tonight. And if either team scores a touchdown, that $10 becomes $200. Great deal to take advantage of only on BetMGM, the king of sports books.
That's right. So the question that what we're phrasing or bringing to you guys is, do you buy or sell the nickname fighting as a signal of Titans fans not handling the team's success? Trevor says, can we sell you for the week at least, Austin? Like, if you want to sell me, that's fine. I don't know what that even means. But so Alex says, can we get a Zach and Luke show? Rolling his eye. Look, Zach's out with COVID. That's not, on me, but like Zach should be back tomorrow. He has not had to talk about the Tickle Monsters yet, but at some point I will have a day off and maybe you'll get a Zach and Luke show. Rooney
There's
is
been
buying.
Zach and Luke shows before.
Yes, there has been Zach and Luke shows. Rooney is buying. Steven is selling. Nate says, let us enjoy something. Oh, I was enjoying the Tickle Monster stuff. I thought it was funny. I tweeted that Trevor Simmons was going to get tickled to death on Sunday. I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun until it wasn't a lot of fun because everybody else who were anti-Tickle Monsters adamantly had to bring up their own nickname ideas.
It's like, there's this great scene in The Office where Michael is out and he's asked them to tape record this meeting, and Jim starts like being like, oh, Dwight, why are you taking your clothes off? Why are you doing this? And then Andy stands up and it's like, Dwight is killing Phyllis with a chainsaw. And then just all look at him, and he ruined it for everyone else.
Exactly.
They were having fun. It was a good time. And he like took it one step too far, and then it was over. That's what this is like.
Yes, exactly. So Donald says sell because it's a terrible opinion. Derek says buy. Lucas says, you think Purple People Eaters was forced nickname? No, because it makes sense. Like
they're the Vikings.
They're the purple. Vikings. They're purple, and they were dominating people. And the Purple People Eaters was a popular movie at the time. Like that. That's simple. And you don't have to do math like Mike Keith's 300 thing. Like it's too deep. Like like nicknames have to be authentic, organic, and simple, and not have to be explained with a dissertation. All right. So Matt says sell that. Alex is selling, bro, just running with it on a bye week. It's not a bye week. It's a Texans week. Now, you might be thinking it's a bye week, but you shouldn't be thinking it's a bye week because your team lost to the Jets. Jerry says selling all day. Zach, hurry back. Jerry, Zach being back doesn't mean I'm gone. I'm here when Zach is here. I've been here this whole time. Nate says sell.
How about the lads? Landry, Autry, Dupree, Simmons.
It's too much. No, it's over. It's over. There is no nickname.
It's the Tickle Monsters. That's the nickname.
No, it's not even the Tickle Monster. That's dead too. And I like the Tickle Monsters.
Because it got killed. It was
got
alive
murdered.
and well.
It got murdered.
Who did it get murdered by?
Dudes who take car selfies with sunglasses on for their profile pictures. That's who. So do you buy or sell my theory that this is a signal that Titans fans aren't handling the team's success?
Yeah, I'm going to sell. I'm going to go with Caesar. Sell it. Next topic. I don't understand why the Titans wanting to have fun with a nickname. So the fighting about it. I think if the Titans were 0-10, there wouldn't be a nickname because they wouldn't be worthy of a nickname, and this scenario would have never happened. I don't think it's an indication that Titans fans can't handle success. I do think there's something to your point about how they have to have something to fight about, and since the team is playing very well, this is that thing. But they're still fighting about a lot of things with this team. Like, you should see my mentions about Ryan Tannehill, for example, and there's still plenty of fighting going on about other topics. I just don't buy that this has anything to do with I don't see the connection logically between the fighting and it having to do with them winning.
Yeah, and let's see, where was this? Trevor.
And also, not to cut you off there, Titans won 11-5 last year. Like, this fan base has won before.
Yeah, but they have won recently. But again, like we said, like the Titans fans like to fight with each other. And Trevor says, "Here we go. Masculinity is a problem for us." And no, toxic masculinity is a problem because it is a problem, Trevor. Be comfortable with who you are. Don't think something soft or weak because it's not aggressive enough or manly enough because it's a Tickle Monster. It's funny. Take a joke. That's all it is.
So are you saying that to Jeff Simmons too?
Look, I mean, I think he's taking it too seriously. Like I was bummed to hear that Jeffrey Simmons didn't like it. Yes, I was bummed.
Bud Dupree likes it and Ola Adani likes it.
Yes, and I appreciate that. I like the fact that Ola and Bud think it's funny. Be able to take a joke. Jeffrey Simmons seems like a very serious person, which is fine. Personalities are different. But again, I think it's funny. It should be taken as a joke, not seriously. And the people who take it too seriously have now ruined any type of nickname conversation about the Titans defense.
Yeah, it's dead.
It's dead. It is dead. We can agree on that.
It was fun for a week.
Yes. All right. Now let's get to this. Since people are asking next topic for us and saying this is the worst topic we've had in a while. All right. So Kevin Byard said that there is something that the biggest thing the Titans have to be worried about against the Texans, because I did, somebody commented that the Texans or the Titans have a bye week because they play the Texans, which is, not right. But I'm curious to see, Luke, what Kevin Byard said about the Titans' biggest worry of facing the Houston Texans. But real quick, let me tell you guys about Wilson County Hyundai and WilsonCountyHyundai.com. They're the place you need to go to make them a part of your car buying process, because it is hard to buy a car right now. It's not easy. There's a chip shortage, which means there's an inventory shortage, which means that you don't know exactly what you have available to you. But Wilson County Hyundai will do the right thing for you, whether they've got them a lot or not. They will help you find the right car for you and then get you in that vehicle, whatever your financial situation is. They will work with you. Payne Bone and his team in Lebanon at WilsonCountyHyundai.com. Absolutely trust them. They're great people. They want to help you out at WilsonCountyHyundai.com.
Also, download the BetMGM app. Use the promo code A2Z200. And if you put a $10 money line bet on Thursday Night Football tonight and either team scores a touchdown, you will turn that $10 into $200.
That's right. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You must be 21 years old or must be present in Tennessee. And for gambling problem support, call Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. So, Luke, tell me what Kevin Byard said was the biggest worry for the Titans against the Texans.
Yeah, well, let's set this up in terms of why we need to have this conversation. Because, Mike Vrabel got asked about playing a team that's not good on paper. And Vrabel said, I don't know who writes the paper. Okay, the Titans write the paper. Here's the paper. You know what the paper says? Here's where the Texans offense ranks among NFL teams. I'm not even going to tell you the categories. I'm just going to give you the numbers. 32, 29, 31, 32, 29, 26. 29, 26, 32, 29. Defensively, Houston, 30, 28, 31. 25, 18. Wow. 28, 27. Yeah. That's the paper. They are near the bottom of the league in like every imaginable category. And that is why Vrabel is being asked about playing a team that is not good on paper. That is why Kevin Byard was asked sort of what the redeeming quality of this Texans team is. Mm-hmm. And I thought he had a very intelligent answer that wasn't just lip service. There's something to this. So here is what KB had to say.
Well, first of all, I think Tyrod Taylor, obviously before his injury, he was playing really well for those guys. Now he's back. He can move around, do a lot of different stuff. Brandon Cooks is still a really great receiver in this league. He's a vertical threat, guy who's hurt us in the past as well. But I just think that a team like that also really has nothing to lose, so they're going to give us their best shot. And especially early in the game, we're going to get gadgets. We're going to get all type of stuff that we may not have seen on film because, like I said, they have nothing to lose. They want to ruin our season and beat us because obviously we're in the same division, so we got to prepare for everything.
Nothing to lose.
Yeah.
There's something to that. I immediately thought back to real Titans fans will remember this. 2016 or 17, I want to say 16, Titans versus Bears at Chicago. Mm-hmm. Bears stunk. They were starting Matt Barkley at quarterback, my boy.
2016.
And the Bears, right off the bat, start chucking the ball downfield, and they're going on fourth down, and the Bears almost beat the Titans that day. Titans won. They managed to seal the deal in the end, but the Bears threw the kitchen sink at the Titans because, like Byard was just saying about the Texans, they had nothing to lose. And I think Byard is absolutely correct that this is the type of game where old Dave Culley might pull out all the stops, and we see some trick plays, some reverses, some shots, because who cares and why not?
Yeah, no, I agree with Kevin Byard. It's you should expect everything. Expect the unexpected. And with what the Texans are going to have to do, they've lost 8 in a row. Now, they're a bad team. Like, they're not good. And the Titans should be able to win this game running away. But, the unpredictability of the Texans having their back against the wall and nothing to lose is something to worry about. Now, here's what I'm not worried about is that the Texans offensive line is banged up. Laramie Tunsil's on IR. They're playing a starting 5 offensive line. They gave up 5 sacks in their last game out after the bye week, but they have actually had the bye week to come up with some of these wrinkles to punch the Titans and catch them off guard. So
could be a good matchup for the Tickle Monsters.
It could be. There could be lots of tickles out there in the backfield on Tyrod Taylor. I don't know if he's ticklish or not, but and so it is look. Trap games are stupid, right? Like in the NFL, trap games are dumb, but it's human nature for people to overlook lesser opponents. It's human nature for Titans fans or fans of any team to overlook a team that's on an 8-game losing streak. But in the NFL, that's where teams get you. And so in the last 2 weeks, we've watched the Bills lose to the Jags. We've watched Tom Brady get blown out by Washington as a double-digit favorite. We've seen the Broncos blow out the Cowboys. We've seen the Dolphins beat Lamar Jackson and the Ravens by a lot. You see weird things in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
So we've seen the Titans lose to the Jets this season.
Now, does this game smell funny, Austin?
I don't think it does. Right now I'm too caught up in Tickle Monster stuff to smell anything. And Zach can't smell anything either, so I can't ask him. So I don't know. I don't know what this game smells like. It doesn't smell. And honestly, the Jets game didn't smell funny to me until Friday. Friday in the Jets game is when I started to get that weird feeling that the Jets just might beat the Titans. And so, is it a trap game? No, because it's a divisional opponent, and Kevin Byard's answer tells you that it can't be a trap game.
I just saw a great comment talking about what the Texans do have. Jordan says Brandon Cook's going to dust Chris Jackson for a big one at least once. Absolutely. That is absolutely going to happen in this game. Brandon Cook's still a very fast, very talented NFL receiver. I can't remember if Byard said it in that video, but at one point he did say Brandon Cooks is someone that has given the Titans some fits over the years, and he's right about that. So that's something, right? I mean, they're not dead in that sense, but Tyrod Taylor stinks. I've been on that hill for a long time. He's no good. There's just no juice in this team. They've lost 8 in a row. They're not. I mean, it's not even like, I would think the Jets, coached by Robert Saleh, and they're building for the future, and they've got this rookie quarterback, although he's hurt. There's some optimism there. There's no reason to be optimistic about this Texans team. They've got Deshaun Watson on the active roster, but not playing. And there's just no life on this team. I'm not going to say there's no way the Titans lose this game. But, we just got to put into context where the Texans are. They're dead. So we had Teron on the No Nonsense podcast this week, and he said they are a mutt on the side of the road waiting to die.
Oh,
I love that.
I don't like that. That's awful.
We'll get flagged by PETA for that one.
That's terrible. I don't like that at all. That makes me hurt. God, Jesus, Teron. But I mean, the Texans are a franchise that is needing a massive reset, and they're not going to get it until the NFL draft, when they draft a quarterback and somehow try to part ways with Deshaun Watson in whatever way they do that. So, So let's just ask you guys, because I do think this is interesting. What is the biggest thing the Titans have to worry about against the Texans? Because Kevin Byard just said it, and we'll play that video again so we have a chance for everybody who pops in and out of the show to hear it. So what is the biggest thing the Titans have to worry about against the Texans? Luke, if you can, go ahead and replay that Kevin Byard video, and we'll see what the comments say.
Your wish is my command.
Well, first of all, I think Tyrod Taylor, obviously before his injury, he was playing really well for those guys. Now he's back. He can move around, do a lot of different stuff. Brandon Cooks is still a really great receiver in this league. He's a vertical threat, guy who's hurt nuts in the past as well. But I just think that a team like that also really has nothing to lose, so they're going to give us their best shot. And especially early in the game, we're going to get gashed. We're going to get all type of stuff that we may not have seen on film because, like you said, they have nothing to lose. They want to ruin our season and beat us because obviously we're in the same division, so we got to prepare for everything.
So, Luke, I'll send you the comment section. What are the people saying? Answering the question, what's the biggest thing the Titans have to worry about against the Texans?
Dom says nicknames.
Yeah, right? The team's distracted because of the nicknames, right?
That might get the love of the show right there. That's a fantastic comment.
Yes.
Okay, guys worried about, overlooking them, which we can talk about that in a second. Cam says something unrelated. I didn't read the comment before clicking on it. Mama says more injuries. Hayden says Simmons coming to knock heads off. So that might be what the Texans are worried about, not what the Titans are worried about.
Comprehension there, Hayden.
Dustin says a slow start by the offense. Steven agreeing with KB, saying Texans have nothing to lose. Let's see. Looking for more. Kevin echoes the comment about injuries. Landon wants to make sure the Titans don't play down to a bad team, which they didn't do last week. I know the Saints have a winning record, but Trevor Siemian, no Alvin Kamara. The potential was certainly there for a sleepwalk Titans game, which is what Kyle's worried about, a sleepwalk game. Didn't happen last week, so certainly a bit of encouragement there as to the maturity of this team. Bobby's a Tyrod Taylor fan. He says he would have beat the Browns if he didn't get hurt. I can't vibe with Tyrod Taylor. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Sean says he thinks this is a trap game. Jeff also talks about Tyrod Taylor's legs because they've been poor against athletic quarterbacks. And let's read a couple more. They do have something to lose, a top draft pick. Well, sure. Well, actually, no, they don't have their draft pick. So
I think they do have a first-round draft pick this year.
They do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know about that.
I think they do. I think the first-round draft pick trades this past draft was the last time for that.
I'm checking. Let's see. But
you can check. I'm pretty sure they do have one.
The Texans do have a first-round pick. Yes.
Yes. See, I knew I remembered that. So here's what I'm actually worried about. I'm not necessarily worried about it, but my thing of what Kevin Byard's saying that I agree with is is a slow start.
Yeah.
A slow start from the Titans, and then the Texans pulling out one of those gadgets or something weird happening, and the Titans get down 7-0. And I'm not saying if the Titans are down 7-0 that they're going to lose the game, because look, the Titans have been down. Do you know how many first quarter points the Titans have in their last 4 games?
Well, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
Do you know how many? I'll make it. How many first quarter points do the Titans have in their last 5 games?
I don't know.
17. 17.
Dear.
17 first quarter points in their last 5 games. 3 last week against the Saints. The other 14 were against the Chiefs. That's it.
They didn't score in the first quarter against the Rams?
No. That was second quarter. Yeah. So
I thought Kevin's pick 6 was in the first quarter.
No, because remember David Long, the interception that Ramsey had was going the other direction than did David Long got the interception, and it was 21 second quarter points for the Titans against the Rams on Sunday night. So it's against the Bills, 0 first quarter points. Against the Colts, 0 first quarter points, down 14-0. Against the Rams, 0, but you scored 21 in the second. And against the Saints, 3. So the Chiefs, they got off to a hot start. The Jags game, to start this win streak, they get off to the hot start because of the first play of the game. Byard scooped and scored on the fumble. But it's something about being weird in this first quarter where you're like, man, the Titans can't allow the Texans to do something weird and to get up early, because Ryan Tannehill is getting sacked on 3rd and 8 because of a false start or something else that's stupid on the first possession of the game.
You know who agrees with you, Austin?
Who's that?
Big Mike Vrabel agrees with you.
Does he?
He was asked about, because every week he kind of has a key for the Titans, a message that he sort of centers the week on. And he was asked, he's like, what's the message this week, coach? And I thought he'd be like, we're going to keep that to ourselves. But he offered it up. He said, here's the message for this week. And several players echoed it throughout the day we were talking to them. But he said the message for this week is urgency. He said, we just really talked about urgency this week. It wasn't quite there where it needed to be on Sunday at all levels, coaching and playing. We're trying to get rest, trying to get the coaches out of here so they can have some more energy. But urgency, that's the key for the Titans this week, according to Mike Vrabel. Said it wasn't there against the Saints last week. And yeah, I think you're right, because I wish I could pull back up the comment we looked at, talked about sleepwalking.
Yeah.
The games that the Titans have lost against bad teams, it's never like a shootout. It's always because they come in and they mull around and they look like they don't know what they're doing and they didn't practice, for this event. Like, that's why the Titans lose these games. So I agree. They got to come out. They got to be fast, take some shots, punch back. Are you laughing at what I'm laughing at?
I'm laughing at Big Meat saying Vrabel's going to be blasting urgent by Foreigner all week. That's what I was laughing at.
I was laughing at a different comment.
What were you laughing at?
A different comment.
I haven't seen the different comment that you're laughing at.
Okay. Well, we'll keep it in the chat.
That's fine. Oh, I see. I know what you're laughing at. I know what you're laughing at. I mean, yeah, the Titans, Luke, have to be hungry to start this game, right? The urgency, and it's not been a lack of urgency from the defense. It's been a lack of urgency offensively, because the defense has typically played pretty well. They might give up some yards, but they're typically forcing field goals by opponents in the first quarter outside of that Colts game. But, they've got to be able to really come out of the gates and start something fast on offense so they don't give the Texans any hope. That's the problem here, is don't give the Texans any hope, because you allowed the Saints to continue to have hope by not scoring enough points in the third quarter of last week.
Put them out of their misery.
Yes,
quickly.
Just step on them and just keep going.
The best example of the Titans doing that, 2019 Jags came here. They were probably like 2-7 or something. It is the most perfect game of football I've ever seen played by the Titans that day. They were so good in the first quarter that the Jags gave up very early. And that's what the Titans need to do also at home, also against a divisional opponent this week.
Yes. Now we got Louis and other people asking what we're laughing at with that comment. We will just keep that between us. So sorry.
I do want to respond to this comment before we change topics. It's a good question. Dom says, why does the media wait until Wednesday, Thursday to ask players questions from the previous week? The answer to that is we talk to players on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We don't talk to players Monday, Tuesday. And because the locker rooms still are not open with COVID protocols, we don't get to talk to everyone after the Sunday game, which is why questions about the game are fair on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, it's just kind of jacked up. It's not what it used to be. It's not what it should be, but that's how it is. And so, hopefully it won't be this way forever. And that those locker rooms open back up post game and then throughout the week too. So, okay. So, a couple people said that they're worried about A.J. Brown having drops against the Texans. That could hurt the Titans offense and not getting off to a fast, urgent, hungry start. Well, I've got an A.J. Brown stat that should excite Titans fans for Sunday's game. But real quick, let me tell you guys about our friends at Mandu, the Pulse of Fitness. I am still sore, Luke, from my workout on Monday afternoon. Like, it is crazy. My hamstrings, I sound like an old man trying to stand up and sit down because that's how good of a workout I got on Monday with Mandu. Now, it's making me stronger, but it's not hurting my joints. It's just putting all that on my muscles, making me stronger, giving me functional strength, and building muscle mass. Mandu.com, your first workout's free. That working on Monday, it's 15 minutes. That's all it takes. 15 minutes simulates 5+ hours in the weight room because of the science of what Mandu brings to you without hurting those joints, those old injuries, whatever you've got going on. If you want to achieve your fitness goals, go to Mandu. They can help you do it. Your first workout's free. And if you tell them A to Z Sports sent you, they'll take $100 off your first month when you sign up. Mandu.com.
I think there are probably some Titans players that would benefit from that hamstring work at Mandu.
I'll tell you what, I'm not, Derrick Henry, while he can't do anything with his foot, that Mandu is perfect for this. He's trying to allow a bone to heal in his foot. He can still go get upper body and some lower body stimulation done and not lose as much strength while he's rehabbing and being patient to allow that bone to heal. Just saying.
Yeah. Also, download the BetMGM app, use the promo code A2Z200, and here's what will happen. If you put a $10 moneyline wager on Thursday Night Football tonight, and either team scores a touchdown, that $10 becomes $200. That's only with the promo code A2Z200. It's not the one on your screen, A2Z200, and that is on BetMGM, the king of sports books.
All right, so I don't think it's any shocking comment to say that A.J. Brown is not having the season that we all expected him to have.
It's been very volatile.
Yeah, and look, he had the 2.5 game stretch, the second half against the Bills, against the Chiefs, and against the Colts, where he was nearly unstoppable.
Yes.
Nearly unstoppable.
And then he ran into Jalen Ramsey and Marshawn Lattimore.
Right, but drops happened before the Bills' second half, and drops have happened after the Colts bust out game, right? So A.J. Brown, it's frustrating because you're not exactly sure why these drops are happening. But I did see a stat that should excite you guys for what you should see for A.J. Brown, what you should hope to see from A.J. Brown Sunday against the Texans. This is from our guy, Alan Bell, with CBS Sportsline, but also hosts our A to Z Sports Pick Show. He says, prop bettors. Prop bettors. In 4 career games against the Texans, A.J. Brown has put up 27 catches, 447 yards, and 5 touchdowns. A.J. Brown kicks the Texans' ass.
I don't like that.
You don't like this?
Not the stat, your presentation of it. It sent like uncomfy feelings down my spine.
No. A.J. Brown kicks the Texans' ass every time. Whether it's in Houston, in Nashville, whatever it is.
It's like Henry with Jacksonville.
Yes, so prop bettors, go ahead and do that. And BetMGM doesn't have their prop bets up yet, but just look for that A.J. over, that A.J. anytime touchdown would be great. But again,
I think we just found our best bet for Titan game day morning.
Seriously, that's and look, all you guys who are triggered by me whispering, guys, get over it. I was trying to do a bit, but still, it's A.J. Brown should whip the Texans. So that's good, right? Brock says this needs to be a get right game for the offense. Steven says fantasy owners start A.J. Brown. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, based on that stat, I didn't even realize like that he's had that level of that measure of success against Houston. I would have never made that connection.
Well, think about it. In the last 2 seasons, the Titans have had a week 17. You got to win to get in, right?
Yeah.
And AJ has had massive plays in both of those games. He had a catch and run away for a touchdown last season to help the Titans win in a shootout. Then you remember 2 years ago, he had that bizarre sideline catch on the 4-yard line.
Yes.
That was just like, how in the hell did he do that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what an amazing grab with a guy all over him. And on
great
the side.
Throw, too, by the way.
Incredible throw by Tannehill. So, yeah, AJ has absolutely gotten the Texans in all 4 games, I guess 4 games that he's played against the Titans. 5 touchdowns in 4 games, over 100 yards a game. Hammer those A.J. Brown props this weekend.
John with a fantastic comment. He says, keep whispering, make them uncomfortable. Getting comfortable is how trap games happen.
Yes, exactly. Ethan says, the longer Austin goes on air without Zach, the crazier the bit he takes to get. I mean,
he's compensating.
Maybe. I mean, I guess I'm having to, bring in Zach's ridiculousness.
Well, he also knows that the recourse from me for bad takes is not quite as intense as the recourse from Zachary Bingham.
I'm not scared to say what I think to Zach. I mean, who cares about that? Like Zach can come at me Zach comes at me irrationally at times for some things that I say. But anyway, but no, I think that should be exciting for Titans fans to see AJ Brown have a get right game after 2 subpar games, and then use that because the Patriots game is massive next week.
Yeah. That Patriots game is going to be tough. I'm really looking forward to getting to break that one down. But yeah, this one hasn't maybe been quite as fun as that one will be to preview.
All right. A to Z Sports here live on this Thursday. Luke, it is that time for the Magic Bucket. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right, and I've also got.
Let's play our video first.
Hold on, I'm not done. No, I'm not. Okay. Don't you jump the gun on that one? No, I didn't forget. You jumped the gun on that one.
Okay.
But no, I have a screenshot of the gift that will arrive to you tomorrow.
Okay.
So be ready for that. But real quick, let me tell you guys about the Bone and Joint Institute. boneandjointtn.org, the region's destination for comprehensive orthopedic and sports medicine care. Whenever you get an injury in life, know who to trust. Know who to go to. Simply boneandjointtn.org. They've got you covered. They streamline the process. Great facility there in Franklin. boneandjointtn.org.
Download the BetMGM app. Give them the promo code A to Z200 as we've talked about all day. And you will get this opportunity where if you put a $10 money line bet on Thursday Night Football and either team scores a touchdown, $10 becomes $200. Are you? Is that my cue?
That is your cue.
Okay.
All right, it is time for said Magic Bucket. Last week, my Magic Bucket was that I had to get Luke an Amazon gift under $20.
Last week, I had to show my armpit hair.
Right, which you're wearing a long sleeve shirt today, so that would be much more difficult for you to pull that off. So it's a good thing you didn't have to do that today. But all right, Luke, the gift will be there tomorrow.
Okay.
And so this is what I got you. And it's based off of something from Tuesday's show. And honestly,
I know where this is headed.
I haven't noticed it today, but
I've been hiding it pretty well.
You have a new piece of literature arriving to your house, and it is The Yawns Are Coming. So this is a children's book that I have gotten you that will help you. It actually helps you go to sleep. But the yawns are coming. So if you watch Tuesday's show, Luke as he literally yawned right then.
I had to do when the camera was off.
You had to take advantage of it. You yawned right then. Luke has a problem with yawning. I don't know what happened. I don't know why Luke needs more yawns in his life.
This has been the thing, like, as long as I've been doing this.
I know. And so tomorrow You'll have the yawns are coming. See, he yawned again. He did it again as soon as I put that up there. So there you go. So I hope you enjoy your book. Maybe maybe one of your
that'll
magic
go right
book.
there on my desk.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to make you like read it aloud to class the next time you're on or something silly like that. All right. And now Derek says, well, dang it, I'm yawning now. Stop. Yes, yawnings are contagious. So no more yawns.
Yawnings.
All right. So magic bucket. I will go first. This is for me. Okay. Dang it. This has to I can only do this after I pull yours. But you must only speak in gibberish for the rest of the show.
Okay. I don't even know what that means.
I think you've already done this. Sing the highest pitch you can for 5 seconds.
The highest pitch?
Yeah, have you done that?
No. I don't want to wake anybody up in this building. It's like that was awful, but that's about as high as it can go without screaming. Well,
Okay.
since Austin is in this state, I will take it upon myself to wrap up the show for the day. It has been good to have everyone here with us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hopefully, Zach will be well enough to return tomorrow. It has been fun filling in for him, but we are glad that he is well and will be back in his normal seat on Friday morning. It's been great fun to talk about the Tickle Monsters, to talk about Titans versus Texans, and we appreciate you all having those conversations with us. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and we will see you tonight for A to Z Sports Prime Time at 8 p.m. with Buck Rising.